Now, losing weight is never a glamorous affair, but looking good definitely is. Welcome, ladies and gents, to the only show on Indian television that shows you how to get fit and look your best. Welcome to the Men's Health and Women's Health Show. On the show today, Aamir Khan's biceps. When did they get so big and how? How men's health is reinventing men's fashion. And the human flag, move that's making fit guys show off. First up is an exclusive behind the scene with Women's Health's newest cover girl, Ileana D'Cruz. What got her so fit? What makes her smile so bright? And what makes her hair fly in the air every time you look at her? Let's find out.
Hey, this is Aamir Khan. I'd like to say that I do it all by myself, but I don't. I have my lovely trainer Yasmin. I go to Yasmin Karachiwala for Pilates and it's absolutely wonderful. So that's pretty much what keeps me fit.
This is our beauty issue. It's a special issue for us and we really love the way she looked. She's got a lovely face. She's got this chestnut brown hair that sort of just tussles all around her face. More than anything else, what we love about her is her honesty.
Just, staying as happy and stress-free as possible, that makes a big difference. I try my best to stay away from all the unhealthy stuff, but I think a little bit pick the healthy carbs. Like I like having rice sometimes and sometimes a little bit of dessert, but everything in moderation. I mean, I don't like depriving myself of too much, and I do not believe that going on a crash diet would help at all. So I eat a little of everything.
She's hardworking, she's honest, and more than anything else, she's grounded. We feel that she is the quintessential women's health girl.
For a film, and I lost a lot of weight, and it actually backfired on me, and they were like, you look very skinny, so put on some more weight. So the putting on weight part is fun because you just eat, but to lose the weight sometimes it gets a bit tricky, but I think a little bit of dedication you can get it. Exercise like crazy.
If you weighed 100 kilos or more, should you give up on life? No, you shouldn't, says 27-year-old Sahil Manikala, as he tells us his story of how he went from 112 kilos to 73. No surgery required.
Hi, I'm Sahil Manikala. I'm 27 years old. I work as a TV producer at Headlines Today.
And when I'm not working, I'm usually playing a lot of PlayStation at home.
Up till 2011, I used to weigh about 112 kgs. But thanks to a lot of hard work, a lot of gymming and a lot of good dieting, I've brought my weight down to 7. I've lost almost 42 kgs in a span of 2 years. Okay, so my story about my weight gain started back in 1998. I was 11 years old then and I moved to England. And moving from India, one of the first things I discovered there was junk food. So, I'm talking about McDonald's, Burger King, Pizza Hut. And back in 1998, you didn't have all these fast food restaurants then. So for me, this was something completely new. And, as a kid, it was like, I was Alice in Wonderland. So food-wise, I couldn't have been more happier. And by the time I was 13, I already weighed 90 kilos. So, and the thing was that I always thought, it's fine. I can always lose the weight. I'm still very young. I'll play sports. I'll do more physical activities and I'll lose the weight. But the thing was that I was actually in denial. And by the time I was 16, I weighed about 110 kgs. So I had a good look at myself in the mirror and I realized I didn't like the person who was staring back at me because this wasn't the person I wanted to be. I knew I could be someone much better. So I decided right there and then that, I have to lose the weight. I have to fight the fat because if it doesn't go now, it'll never go. And I had to make a decision. And right there and then I decided, right, that's it. It's time to do something about this. So I started hitting the gym.
I wanted to find the right workout routine that suited my needs. So naturally I experimented, and after trying different training regimes, I discovered the sheer power of high intensity interval training. I found out that running really fast on the treadmill makes you lose weight very quickly.
Slowly but surely, the results started to come up. I started to see a noticeable difference in me. So every time I looked at myself in the mirror, I was like, okay, I look much different today. I look a little bit healthier today. And that was my motivation. That for me, those slight gains, very slight gains, I was losing a little bit of weight on my face, my double chin was receding. So those little changes were my motivating factor. I didn't believe in diet thing. I followed a diet, but I never dieted. I never starved myself. And I especially didn't believe in all those liquid diets and those soup diets. In fact, when I was working out intensely, I was actually eating about 6 to 7 meals a day. So I never decreased the quantity of my food. I just increased the quality of my food. So I introduced my diet to more fiber, more fruit, and I started eating things like porridge, whole wheat bread. I started having more whole wheat pasta. Another thing that I included in my diet were protein shakes. Now, I'm a big fan of protein shakes, but one thing that it should be known is that protein shakes are not a meal replacement. It can never really replace natural food.
When I don't have time to go to the gym, I still make sure that I'm keeping myself fit. I'll either work out at home or I'll take my dog for a walk. Well, actually it's the other way around. My dog's the one who takes me for a walk. He makes sure that I don't put on any weight, and he usually gives me a good workout.
For me, I had this system, this reward system. Every time I used to work out, I used to come home and I used to have a small piece of chocolate. That for me was like, a pat on the back. You should always lose weight for the right reasons. You shouldn't lose it because you want to impress someone else. You should lose it because you want to feel good about yourself. That's the most important reason. And it might sound like a cliche, but it's true. That's what it really comes down to. So even if you hit a wall, break the wall, run through it, and you will eventually get there.
Is Men's Health magazine more about fitness or about fashion? Turns out it's about both in equal measure. Last week, Men's Health curated a fashion show doing away with designer wear and putting real guy looks instead. Let's take a look.
Glamour, music, fun, you name it, and it was there at the Men's Health curated fashion show at Myntra Fashion Weekend. It was a platform where rules of men's fashion were redefined, and fashion does look specially good on great boards.
Fitness with fashion is a deadly combination.
Fitness is an integrated part of fashion. If you're healthy, everything looks good on you. So you have to stay fit to look fashionable. If you're fit and in good shape, you could probably wear anything and carry it off. Be it quirky, be it very classic, be it very your own style.
This ramp walk was not just about what you wear, but also about how you need to shape up to carry off those real guy looks with ready-to-wear collection.
Early to bed, early to rise, definitely. Very, very good nutrition, a lot of vegetables, a lot of fruits, and definitely yoga and the weight training.
I work out, I keep my mind healthy because through meditation and I enjoy sports.
Go to the gym, have some good grilled salmons, fish, and take care of my diet, and have lots of green tea.
I have green tea, I drink a lot of water. I try to eat less, which was very difficult for me because I'm a pure foodie. So whenever I get time, I go to the gym and try to work out a bit.
Actor Ali Zafar was the showstopper of the evening, and the fit models looked casual and cool. And it reinforced the fact that while Men's Health is about fitness, it can be fashionable too.
Men's Health is one of my favorite magazines by far. It's very informative. I really enjoy it. I just loved it. I just love the fact that people appreciate you're fit. People appreciate the fact that you are doing something that's out of your comfort zone, and I enjoy it.
The awareness towards fitness is growing, increasing, which is a good thing. And magazines like these keep people updated as to how they can be fitter, live longer. So that's a very good thing. And when you're fit, you're happy.
Aamir Khan's marketing prowess is well known. He'll promote his film till it comes out of your ears. But what is it that's making his biceps split his shirt sleeves these days? Let's find out.
I am the voice of an average young urban girl. And I have a confession to make. I'm in love with Aamir Khan. I've got posters and pictures of him. And then I saw him on TV recently. He was at an event and I had something new to be fascinated about. It went beyond his 40 plus yet chocolate boy looks. It was the awesomeness of his arms. His biceps are huge, like he was from the WWF's world.
आमिर साहब बिल्कुल नए अवतार में आज बगल में बैठने में भी जरा डर लग रहा है.
I always knew Aamir, my hero, was a strong man. Every Bollywood hero beats up gundas on screen. But Aamir's biceps looked like he could beat up even the Hollywood hunks like Arnold Schwarzenegger. Aamir can do anything.
तो दिखा दीजिए फिर.
नहीं अरे
मतलब देखे तो कंपैरिजन
नहीं कुछ नहीं है. बस ये तो मैं फिल्म के लिए कर रहा हूँ, जो मेरा किरदार है उसके लिए कर रहा हूँ.
कितने घंटे इसके लिए आपको वर्कआउट करना पड़ता है?
1 घंटा दिन में. हाँ 1 घंटा.
1 घंटे में आमिर खान ये कमाल कर देते हैं.
नहीं एक्चुअली वर्कआउट का जो थियोरी है वो यही है कि आप 1 घंटे में इंटेंस वर्कआउट 1 घंटे में करें तो वो बेहतर होता है.
Bollywood heroes have a great physique nowadays. It's their body that is their style statement. So I wondered, how hard is it for men to get big biceps? Out of curiosity, I went up to men's health expert to find out how someone could get great biceps like my Aamir.
Not the size of the arm you carry. It's the strength of the arm which can help carry you this engine. So if I have to choose 3 exercises for biceps, the first is incline dumbbell curl. The second is preacher curl. Okay? The third is hammer curl. Now these 3 exercises, if you do 10 to 15 reps, 4 sets each, once a week, and add pull-up once, twice a week, I think you will have great looking arms.
Well, it's not very hard to get biceps like Aamir. All you need is the right spirit, dedication, and regular gym time. I wonder why more men don't get those wonderful biceps like my idol.
There's a new show-off move in town that fit young men are trying to master. It's called the human flag and requires a strong core and a lot of perseverance, patience and practice. The question, is it safe?
This is the new show-off move amongst fit Indian men. It's called the human flag. It's a feat of strength where the body is parallel to the ground, supported by a vertical bar, wherein the arms and the body make a straight line. It's undoubtedly an impressive bodyweight exercise that requires a great deal of stamina, strength and a whole lot of technique. It's an attention grabber for sure and has gained a lot of popularity. But then there's a great degree of risk involved. Meet Tushar Khanna, a 23-year-old Mumbai-based model who's been training to perfect this art.
I used to watch people doing human flag in the movies, Hollywood movies, movies I've seen. and a lot of fitness enthusiasts. So that got me interested. I saw a trainer doing it and I asked for some advice. Okay, I want to learn how to do it. I've been seeing this, but I've never come across anyone who can do it. So can you teach me? So he just taught me the technique. The technique involved. It's basically like one hand which goes on top, you pull from that, and the other hand you push. So it's basically pull and push technique. And then you have to keep your core strong. You know, like your whole body, core strong. All your muscles in body, like starting from your shoulders, latimus dorsi, your traps, like shoulders, everything, it works together. It's a mind game and body, you know, you just have to coordinate it together. Because it looks very difficult and it looks cool. That's why it's becoming a rage, you know. When I did the human flag, I uploaded the video on social networking sites and yeah, a lot of girls got impressed.
Ultimate show-off, granted. But isn't it a recipe for injury as well?
So when you do a human flag, which is totally, it's an awesome movement. If you can hold against a gravity, which is core strength. It needs a lot of practice. Skill is something you need to sharpen it every day. It's not like weight training, I did my legs on Monday, I'll do my legs again on the next Monday. It doesn't work like that. Every morning, 1 hour you have to train. Every evening, you have to train in an hour. And in isolation. So a lot of training, a lot of focus goes into those kind of training. Yeah? So we really need to educate ourselves. So if you see something, research first before get into it.
So certainly, it's not just about upper body strength. There are other things to consider when training for the human flag. Achieving this feat begins by having a thorough understanding of these considerations, and then on, it's a matter of practice, dedication and patience. But remember, putting up a flag is always a serious affair. So prepare hard and take expert advice before you attempt anything like this.
If you're like most people, even a good movie can seem bad without the right flavored popcorn and extra crispy nachos. How does a nutritionist indulge at movie theaters? Here's a restaurant spy that tells us all.
Popcorns, nachos and Coke. Perfect food when you want to cozy up and watch a film. But is it actually healthy? I'm at DT Cinemas in New Delhi, but wait a minute, I'm not here to watch a movie. I'm here to spy on Lavneet Batra, our expert nutritionist who will be reaching soon. And I really want to see what she chooses when she's on a movie day out. I'm sure Lavneet is going to go for a whole tub of popcorn and some Coke. Who can go wrong with that?
One nachos and one small popcorn.
Here's the nachos and here's the popcorn.
The thing about food at movie halls is it's quick but high in calorie density. When combined with mindless eating can be very dangerous. Between popcorn and nachos, always go for popcorn. It is 200 calories less, which means 2 hours of brisk walking. For all the popcorn lovers, I would suggest make sure you're always opting for the smaller portion. The bigger portion is double the calories, double the salt and high in saturated fat. Especially for late night shows, make sure you're restricting your popcorn intake because it will leave you dehydrated and thirsty. However, if you do end up getting the bucket, make sure you share it with a couple of friends and never have it in the late night show. You can opt it for an afternoon or evening show. For an evening show, you can go for a whole wheat burger. Just don't have it with chips. And delete the top layer of the bread. And enjoy it with one slice of bread and your patty. So one slice of bread equals to one chapati. Your other choice can be one slice of thin crust pizza. It's a margherita pizza that equals to the same amount of calories as in the one slice burger.
Pizzas, really? Who would have thought that would be a healthy option when out to watch a movie?
Any movie is incomplete without a Coke. So with your pizza and burger, you can enjoy the small serving of Coke, not the big one. However, if I do feel like indulging in a large Coke, then I would avoid adding any other meals and just enjoy my beverage. The same applies for other aerated drinks as well. Any cinema will have a sandwich option. For a late night show, I have preferred deleting the bread and having the paneer filling of my sandwich with vegetables. It comes with chips, so I'm not going to indulge in chips and just enjoy it with unsweetened iced tea. At the movies, just make sure you're watching your portions and not indulging in variety, because little bit of everything can add up to too much. I'm going for my show. See you later.
When I'm out to watch a movie the next time, I'm going to make smart choices the way Loveneet did, and I hope you do too. Catch you next week for another Restaurant Spy. With camera persons Amit and Vishal, this is Seher for Men's Health.
That brings us to the end of yet another episode. Until next week, don't forget to work out, because we're still not happy with your fit. Not until you're at your fittest.